Hello Virgo and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Virgo, let's see what we have for you. We have transformation. The Phoenix, a fresh new way of living emerges. The Phoenix actively destroys the old, releases from the old. It's an energy of rebirth. But we actually let something go with the Phoenix. We let go of old ways, old things, things that don't serve us. We purge, we cleanse, and we rise reborn. This is the scenario of transformation. It's a big energy. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's an easy scenario to go through, but it's a strong sense of out with the old, in with the new. We have traveling lightly, simplify your life. So you might be lightening your energy in some way, shape or form on this transformation here, Virgo. Like I said, letting go of something and lightening the load in some way. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Virgo? Thank you. Let's pull an Archangel Michael message. Thank you. We have number 21, open up to your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. Spiritual gifts can be any kind of gift, but can be very intuitive, psychic. Not limited to that. Let's see what we have for you. What do we have for Virgo? Thank you, angels, spirits, guides, for the week ahead. What does Spirit want Virgo to know? Weekly tarot forecast for Virgo. And it is intuitive spiritual guidance. I say what comes to me. All right, let's start with your overarching energy for Virgo for the week. 2 cards. The Hanged Man and the 2 of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. Can be you, King of Pentacles, male or female, solid, stable, secure, successful as well. We have the Empress. The Hierophant. The 6 of Pentacles. We have a King of Swords. Could be your energy as well, or someone else. And we have the 3 of Swords. Virgo, the energy of the 2 of Wands, a strong sense of you've been waiting, letting things play out, giving things a good period of time, but a strong sense of now it's time to act. The 2 of Wands can represent choices. Can be choices about your life, whichever area of your life. Some of you might be deciding that it's time to do something differently, step into the unknown, move in a new direction, make some clear life choice this week. It's transformative. It links with out with the old, in with the new. It also links with traveling lightly. Because you've waited and given things enough time in your current circumstances, or you've waited long enough to do it, whatever that scenario is, and you're finally taking action, taking your world in your hand. And I want to reflect, it is your world in your hands. It doesn't belong to anybody else with the 2 of Wands. So there's also a flavour of the reading of not living by other people's expectations, not dancing to anybody else's tune, but doing what you feel is the right thing for you to do. Because the Knight of Wands and the Hierophant can have a flavour of breaking free, of moving forward in faith, taking the reins and moving forward and doing it. Something that you've been waiting to do, to move forward on, to choose to move in that direction. You're doing it. And some of you might be breaking free of, again, can be traditional institutions or the expected, conformity, the expected path as well could well be a flavour of this, and doing something different or doing what you want to do is what I see for you here. The Knight of Wands can also be linked with offers and opportunities for change as well, but we can take the reins and charge ahead and just do it, especially with the Two of Wands being at some crossroads and thinking, you know what, I've waited long enough. Is it time? Is it time now to take the reins and do this? Is what I see for you. Something that's really exciting, that lights you up, that is certainly promises growth, potential and possibility. There's just a sense of, I'm doing it, I'm moving forward. This is the direction that I want to go in. And it feels like you've waited long enough to come to this conclusion and a feeling of just doing it now. Because the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, really being mindful in terms of what you're giving to. This can be that sense of, what I'm giving to, am I getting back the same? And some of you might not feel like you are. There can be a scenario where, you might not be getting back in terms of joy, fulfillment, money, what you're giving to, and you're deciding to do something differently, and you've waited long enough to do it, and you're just kind of thinking, I want to do it now. I want to move forward in this direction. I'm not really getting back what I'm putting into this. And it's time to bring in the change. It's time to step into the unknown, move in a new direction, make some life choice, take steps in a new direction because I've waited long enough to do it. Even if it's going to hurt or cause hurt or disappointment, for you, sometimes the truth can be difficult. Like I said, transformation with the Phoenix is not necessarily easy, but it is out with the old, in with the new. So just a strong sense of it's time to move in a new direction. It's time to align with a path where I can cultivate the new, where there is the promise of growth, where there is the promise of self-love, self-worth, being on a path that aligned with growth and fulfillment, satisfaction, contentment. But this is that sense of aligning with a path of growth that you're really going to get something out of. And seeing a truth can be sometimes difficult in order to do that. I mean, with the Three of Swords, we can other people might be disappointed, it can cause, the Three of Swords can be about breakups, painful truths. I'm giving to this, but I don't feel like I'm getting back, or I don't know if I want to keep giving to this anymore, because I don't feel that you don't feel it's the right situation for you. It feels like it's time to take the reins and move in a new direction, and you're doing it this week, something that you've been thinking about doing but hadn't acted on. Again, a strong sense of just doing it and moving forward in faith. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy. There is hurt, breakups, painful truths, painful realizations, disappointing another person or people, but being in your truth that this is the direction that I'm moving in is what I see for you. I mean, this would be very powerful in terms of, choosing even a career path that would be right for you versus expectations of others. This can be also breaking free of not conforming to, again, other people's expectations or what's expected or the traditional path in some way, but going your own way. because you really want to put your time and energy into something that you're going to get back on. It can be painful realizations in relationships as well, that I've given this enough time to realize it's just not for me. And I want to align with a path of new growth. Is what I'm seeing for you, and being truthful with yourself in making a clear choice and decision. This is that sense of traveling lightly. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy, but you might be even being very vocal this week in terms of how you want to move forward. Is what I want to say to you. But it feels like moving in a different direction or doing something differently, and moving on a path that really represents true growth or that you feel is right for you, versus doing something that might please other people or is expected, or maybe some kind of traditional, solid and stable kind of path, but you don't feel it's for you. Is what I'm getting here, Virgo. And I think that you've given this enough time to think about. It feels like you've been dwelling on this for a significant amount of time. And I feel that you're being guided, opening up to your spiritual gifts and lightening the load, because this might have been weighing on your mind also for a period of time, that you know that you had to take action, but you haven't up until this point. But this just feels that sense of it's time, because you're in your truth and you know what you want to give to and what you likely don't want to give to anymore. And sometimes it can be, I just don't feel like I'm getting enough back. And it can be even in terms of, yes, it can be give and take, and there's an imbalance there that might be bringing you to a conclusion here, and you've waited long enough, but it's not for you. But it can also be what's of value to you, what fulfills you, and you're just not getting back, But I feel that you are aligning with cultivating, planting new seeds that will really grow into something wonderful. This can be very creative energy as well, the Empress. But she can be the birth of the new in terms of money. She can be the birth of the new in terms of self-love. An opportunity to start on a new journey and cultivate new seeds in new love as well. If this was a third-party situation, for example, or choosing. But for a lot of you, it feels you weren't getting back on something, what you were giving to, and you want to do something differently. Even if this truth hurts, I have to be truthful with myself is the fundamental energy that I'm seeing, and you're embracing your transformation here. All right. Yeah, everything is happening for my highest good. That is your affirmation for the week. All right, Virgo, let's see what we have for you. What do we have for our lovely Virgos? Thank you, angel spirits, guides, message for Virgo for the week ahead. We have Fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. And we have personal choice. And again, this comes back to the reading. It certainly feels here you're going your own way. You're finding the right solution for you, and you're doing what's right for you as well here this week, Virgo. Personal choice, we have close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. Virgo, big reading. That's what I have for you, but there is a new path here, and the cards are showing this new path has the potential and possibility to really cultivate something. that can really grow into something for the long term. And I feel that you are aligning with your truth in terms of and doing what's right for you in the direction that you want to go. Or knowing what you're looking for and what you're not, and waited long enough to realize this is how I want to move forward. Virgo, that's what I have for you for the week ahead. I hope you enjoyed your reading, found it helpful, useful. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.